All right. Hello, my name is Katherine Groppe. I am a student in the class Enterprise Network Security, which is CPSC 68500-001. This is a video recording for the assignment Lab 4 discussion. On the right-hand side of the screen, which I will enlarge so that way you can see it, is the packet tracer build-out that was created to complete the lab. On the left-hand side of the screen is the lab documentation that was provided for the assignment. Alright, let's take a look and see. Alright, so at the beginning of this lab, it gives you background for information about the assignment. So the diagram shows everything being connected with crossover with straight through copper cables. However, in part 1, it states that right here it states that the part 1, step 1, to avoid using the switches, to use a crossover cable. So I have connected crossover cables where the switch connections would be. The connection between S1 and the ASA is down because that was not configured in this lab. It was configured in lab 5, which is a continuation of this lab. So going into this is the diagram, and there's the networking table here that was used. I did experience a problem that while I am using a much higher version of a more recent version of Packet Tracer than the lab has, the versions of the devices in the lab are lower than what is provided in the examples. So as you can see here, it says 2.9. My version, well, where in the world is it? I saw it. Oh, it says SSP system operating system. Yeah. It's in here. I saw it. Here it is. Yes, it's right here. This first line here. So it says 9.1.5, 9151. I have, well, actually, no, I misread that. So I do have a higher version. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, looking at this, I cabled the network as it should be. And I used the crossover cable, and then I used the following script. I typed it all in on my computer to configure R1. I realized that I did not change the name for router 1, but it is router 1. So this is all correct. So I was able to complete this lab, and how long is this supposed to be? I do not remember. Okay, so this is the process for lab 4. So I was able to set this up, and I did this. However, I did encounter the issue that when I went into enable the password, I did not have the option that was given to do what it says to access the ASA console. It just let me in, and the password was just hitting the enter button, and I was able to change it. And even erasing the configuration of the ASA did not change that. So I'm not sure if that's an issue with the lab itself, but that is what I had to do. So this is the show version here, and this is where I was getting the information for the following questions and how I was able to answer them and everything. So that, I did encounter an issue. I was not able to find the Firepower Extension operating system. It was not included on the ASA. It is right here. It should be found right here, but it was not there. I was able to answer the questions about the RAM and the ASA and the gigabit ports that were on there, and I was able to complete all of these commands. And I was not able to find again an ASA file. It did not show up. Or an ADSM file. I ran the commands, the different commands that were listed multiple times, and this screenshot shows the evidence that I was able to find about them running. Let's see. So I was not able to. I never saw this menu here. I never saw this. This highlighted part here. I never saw that, but I was able to complete these commands with no issue. I was able to do this with no issue. This is all fine. This was all fine as well. I was able to do this as well. This was quite simple, doing the commands and everything. I had to put this in like I would any normal IP address for the management IP address, but other than that, everything else is in the example as all these commands. So I configured the IP inside and outside. One thing that I did see is in future labs, just putting in a lowercase inside outside automatically sets the security level. For the blah, 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 group. But yeah, showing the IP interface brief will show you that it's all up. I can go in here and I can do that. I can hit show interface IP brief BRIF, and I need to enable. What was the password for enable? Cisco. That is not Cisco. Why is it not? Oh, okay. Oh, it's class. There we go. It's class as it was shown in the beginning. So here, go here and we type show interface IP brief. It says I spelled the word brief wrong, which I did. And you can see here that these are up and set. I was able to test connectivity and everything is working. So I can run one of these pings. So where is PCC? I can do this one. And I can ping. Where's PCV? PCV. I can go in here and I will run this this command here, the ping 192.168.1.3. And as you can see, it works completely. And I was not able to configure this part because I do not have ASDM on my device. It is not supported